and it never.
Oh, you fired.
Now.
You fired.
Man, you fired, man.
I'm fired. Y'all still remember the stuff. Y'all still remember the stuff.
Yeah.
You need to
So
leave
rewind.
Oh, nigga.
Rewind. Look, rewind it.
Yeah, okay. Here we are. Rewind it back to the part where it says
What
I
up,
need to
y'all?
be fired. Okay.
You got to do the intro now. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's episode 71 People's Podcast. and I'm going to hell for this one though, but
no, you go to a Travis Scott concert,
and I'm gonna wake up at Mac Miller's. So like,
right?
I saw that. That's funny as hell.
Yeah,
even the cat talking shit. I heard the cat in the background.
Yeah, the cat was
Right.
I was supposed to be round.
Like you didn't screwed it all.
No, I did not. We're gonna make the best out of the worst though, because this is a
the
conversation
show
we can
goes
have
on.
we can have this conversation any damn time. My
Yeah.
bad. Don't look at Eric looking at me.
We just missing. We ain't
missing what?
We just missing some wings. You know, we used to sit around.
The wings, the lemon pepper wings.
Yeah.
Fucking
Hey,
sit around,
Rick,
eat fucking lemon pepper
Rick.
wings, talk shit.
Hey, Rick.
With a little drink.
You're gonna have to figure out which side of the matrix you're gonna be in. Yeah.
Hey, man,
which side of the you gonna be in and out, man. He be popping right back in and out of the matrix. Yeah, hey
man, I got weak signal strength here.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know how that shit is. I got
Since we talking about 5G.
Right. Sprint got bought by T-Mobile, so my shit is garbage too.
Hey man, don't even speak on 5G or the Sabina genie might pop up.
Right. Right. She's gonna pop up right in the middle of the sky.
Major Nelson. I dream of genie. What?
Yeah.
You want to be ignorant, just go ahead and be ignorant.
Oh,
it's
man,
the 5G made you say sugar honey iced tea.
Sugar honey iced tea. Like a motherfucker.
Man, shit, if you're gonna be ignorant, be ignorant. It was the 5G. You wasn't sick.
That will forever be a people's podcast classic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I go back and I cry and I lose a spot and I gotta go back and do the whole cycle. Like I've done it 10 times this year. Because it's so hilarious when you see it. And then it makes it worse though, because Eric looks in the camera like all the dust settles stuff, like I ain't never come back on the show again.
And then bloop, then his phone died.
And dip out. Yeah, I was dying. Damn, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Right.
But yeah, that was funny because he wasn't upset, but he kind of was, which makes it funny though, because he was like, I ain't coming back on here no more. Nah, man, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was bullshit.
Yeah, but it was just funny the way you did it, like, you know, all in the order, like, you know what? Oh yeah, and I need to fold some laundry, and I ain't coming back on the show no more. I'm just like, hey, you thinking? Oh, that was
right.
That's all right. I got ignorant. I'm ignorant though.
No, man.
Okay, so like I was saying, you know, I can't remember. I ain't really looked up, but I'm wondering, like, did the Who and the Beatles, Michael Jackson, countless rock bands, metal, you know what I'm saying, metal bands and stuff
Michael
like
Jackson.
You say what?
You said Michael Jackson's his energy harvesting rituals was a hell of a lot worse. More people died, more people got injured. And you know, like they was going on about Travis Scott
and
still
Michael
doing
Jackson.
the show.
I'm sorry, Rick. I'm sorry, Rick. Hey, it was a lot of people dying at Michael Jackson concerts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how big the venue was?
I think, but we got to think about it, man. I mean, there's other variables in this, like, were there more people in the venue that was the code stood for it? That's where all the fire codes and stuff come from. you gotta, and you got people that are straight out fanatics. You know what I'm saying? That don't use good judgment. So you can't. It's a lot of variables to it. I don't really, I saw.
They said that boy Mike would just come out there and strike a pose, and folks will start fainting,
and people just fall out.
Grown ass man like Michael, other countries and shit. Michael,
he be backstage. He be backstage and grab the mic and say, "Ee."
And then like, oh, Michael.
I want to get into this. Y'all been about
what? You say what? What you say?
This energy harvesting. Y'all been talking about. What is that?
Go ahead, Rick.
Hey, Bo.
Well, they basically said, so at the concerts, when you go at the concerts and shit, and they'd be like, hey, turn around and do the hokey pokey, stick your left leg in, take your left leg out. They do stuff like that to harvest your energy. Back in the day, Jay-Z would be like, throw up the rock. Since they was in Texas, they was telling everybody to put up the horns, which is really a sign for the Baphomet. But it was a guy that did a TikTok video that said that he was showing on top of the a lot of the props that they had built up. Some of these shit's like 30, 40, 50 feet in the air above the crowd. And it was like a demonic entity / humanoid thing walking on top of the props. And they saying they was using that basically to channel the energy to help bring things in the spiritual realm into this realm.
At the concert?
Yeah,
that's all what concerts are for, honestly.
So what would you consider, like, because I like to do call and response. Like, I like to say some shit and then have the crowd say it back or whatever. Like, hey, let me hear you say, oh, whatever. Even that shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like,
it's the same thing, but you ain't out there doing it for a demonic purpose. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and say whether or not Travis Scott was doing it. I can't say whether or not Travis Scott was doing it or not, but chances is, like I said, the stage was an inverted cross. It had like a replica of the CERN portal, and the inverted cross was going into the CERN portal. Everything about it, the shirt that he wore showing like a being coming from one side of the portal
and then going to another, and it said "What see you on the other side." That was the whole theme of the. But I will say this though, because I try to look at things, as many perspectives as I possibly can, before I make a judgment. But people were saying, accusing him of, and I'm very limited in the stuff that I've seen on it, but I did see people saying how he just kept the concert going and didn't stop. There's a clip and that's not as popular out there where he did just that. He was like, hold on. And he was like, hey, this person, so there are, and that's just one that surfaced. So, people are selective, especially with our Black artists, with the stuff that they want to flood the internet with. Like, like, for instance, you ever think about how come everybody Black that's successful, if they make it to a Jay-Z or whatever, it got to be because they sold. How come, you know what I mean? How come they didn't just work hard to get there? And being Black in America, you got to work 10 times as hard to break them barriers and reach that stuff. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, and we do that to our people. We do that to our people, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he made it out the bucket, he must have sold it. So, you know what I'm saying? Not to say
somebody
that
had to reach, and when people was trying to bring him back down, somebody reached and brought him out. So he couldn't just have self growth. He took the oath.
And it's so easy. It's so easy for us to. What's that?
They could be saying that. They could be saying that for the simple purpose, and they know when somebody make it out that they're gonna try to reach back in and bring somebody out. So that scared other people from grabbing onto that helping hand.
Yeah, but no.
Say what now? No. Say what now? You say what now?
I was saying, okay, so like we all know about the crab in the bucket mentality. So as soon as somebody make it out of the bucket, and then the first thing is they sold, right? But people could be saying that just to deter people from taking that helping hand when that person make it out and try to reach back in and pull other people out. They'd be like, well, no, he sold his soul.
That's interesting.
Deal with that.
That's interesting. That is an interesting way to look at that. There's been several different things implemented within our community to keep us where we at for centuries. You know what I mean? And we just now finding out about some of them. And there's so many other ones that have been hidden and forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? There's so many, diabolical things that's been done, from slavery to the educational system, the miseducation that, and and white people were miseducated as well. The shit wouldn't work if they didn't miseducate the poor white people either. So it ain't a race thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a class thing. And it's like they like Eric said, it's not the earth wasn't designed for us. It's this fake system that we in that wasn't designed for us. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not working anymore and shit is going to hell. And everything is dissolving because anything that ain't real, it can't last forever. You know what I'm saying? So we witnessing the falling of the most recent empire. And all this shit that's happening is just, because this has happened before.
Yeah,
it's happened, it's happening over and over. In life, everything, if you look at the universe, life, whatever, it's all a cycle. Everything
I hate
is a cycle.
to attack the alphabet people, but in every prominent dynasty that has fallen, when it's at its peak and it's getting ready to fall, gender roles become an issue, and they blur the lines between what is
you got the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks and the Romans did it, yep. You look at all them artifacts and stuff. They even went as far as pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? They had statues of, with little kids and all that stuff. Yeah. So, I happen to believe that you go back far enough, our species, there was a time where we were way more advanced than we are now. And I believe that we fucked up real bad and had to start all over. And I believe that this has happened several times. And I think that we're closer to the fucking everything up part than we are at the beginning. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because it's all, if you look at everything.
I have to ask though, like, we're not getting any better. Just fuck it up. Got to go back and evolve and do other shit.
We start all over. We got to start from the beginning. So, and I think maybe we may improve each time.
That's what I'm saying.
Matrix resurrection.
So there's hope.
Right. Even life. Anything you look at, man, that's living. It's a cycle. Everything. The planets go around. The sun and the moon go around the planets, and everything is a cycle, man. It's like you start off as a baby with no hair, no teeth, and you got to be taken care of. Somebody got to wipe your ass. And when you leave this world, you ain't got no teeth, losing hair, somebody got to wipe your ass.
You got to wear a pamper. You use the bathroom on yourself.
No matter what, you can apply that to anything, man. It's a cycle. It's all a cycle, man. No beginning. That's what they was talking about when they said, there's no beginning and there is no end. And that's also to talk about.
You took me right to the point where they made that. Like, I if I think about that now, I just went into a vacuum and like, that's where I was when they made that shit. That's what it meant. Like, we ain't putting cowbell on shit no more.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the cowbell back. As a matter of fact, I'm about to make a beat with a cowbell in it. Just
man, and then
I wonder if I got a cowbell. I know it's a cowbell sound. Look, I'm gonna hit.
It definitely makes you think twice about concerts, though.
You say what?
I said everything that went on there, it make you think twice about concerts. Like I said, with the 9-year-old little boy being there with his father, like that was just ridiculous, especially with the suggestive lyrics that they be having in their music. I don't think that was appropriate for no 9-year-olds or under to be there. You know what I mean? Like I could see like 15, 16, but anything up under that.
He was there, he was there. His father was there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on his
Well,
father's
how did he
shoulder.
die? Okay, my question is, how did he die and the father survive?
The father was
'Cause
in
if
a
that
coma.
had
The
that
father
been-
got knocked up unconscious. He was
Oh,
on his
he got-
father's shoulders. So his father got pretty much trampled first,
okay,
and he
so,
fell off his
okay.
shoulders.
So he
and
wasn't
then,
able to. Okay,
yeah,
that
exactly.
makes sense. Because you know, as a father, you know, I know all y'all thinking like, ain't no
That's
fucking
what-
way if anybody gonna die.
But he
But
you
the
know what I'm
one who
saying?
was unconscious first. And he actually,
Okay, so that's the only way that can happen. Yeah.
yeah, he was
But
unconscious
I will
first.
say, I ain't gonna front, man. I done had
You
my
can't
son was
breathe.
13. My son was 13 years old in the club with me on the turntables and shit. You know, scratching it, mixing on the turntables when he was 13. It is crazy because I went out on the patio and somebody was like, "Man, you see somebody got their kid up in there?" And I'm sitting there smoking a square like, "Yeah, that's my son." You know what I'm saying? But we was deep off in there. I wasn't worried about shit, man. We was deep off in there. So
But see, that's
he
the
was
thing.
like he was at home.
That night you
Yeah.
had, that wasn't even that type of function like that. So it wasn't nothing gonna happen to him anyway. We talking about a whole gang of motherfuckers, and you got a 9-year-old, 10-year-old in the stands on the show.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people said that the lyrics in his music was saying a lot of demonic stuff as well. So, you know, I mean,
I ain't really listen. I just know he feature on stuff. I ain't really listen to.
I don't even know who the hell that man is.
So
For real.
I'm
I
hip
don't
to him. He's
listen
one of
to
the
none of
biggest.
that.
He's one of the biggest artists.
Hey, what do y'all think about
Yeah,
Africa
see,
Van
I
Bottom
don't
disappearing
really get that.
and his charges disappearing too?
I just
Hold on,
always
what?
thought that he was the bootleg.
He disappeared.
No, y'all didn't know that? His charges
No.
and stuff like that?
He
No,
disappeared.
he disappeared.
He disappeared, yeah.
Who
Oh,
disappeared?
he don't play.
Somebody else.
He on
Africa
Planet
Van
Rock.
Bottom.
He on Planet Rock.
Yeah.
African Bad Bottom.
The
Oh, he was a
the
pedophile.
mothership came and got him. He on Planet Rock. The mothership came and got him. He on Planet Rock. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Because I'm looking like the
That's what they say. You know, they allege that. You know, but I don't know. But that's what they say, man. And it's a lot of people that came at him about it. But you know, like I said, in this day and age, with the way we consume information, I'm not just gonna watch a video or listen to somebody and just believe the whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just they can do so much.
You do. That's
You
a
know,
red
and
flag.
when you look at how they, yeah, I mean, look, and they gotten so sweet with it. You know what I mean? Like, y'all ever heard of Edward Bernays? Edward Bernays, they call him the father of propaganda. He was I think he was related to Sigmund Freud, and he was also a psychologist or psychiatrist, one of them two. But he specialized in group psychology. You know, so a lot of, you know, I'm sure people that study advertisement, all that stuff, know his works and stuff because he was the master at manipulating the masses. As a matter of fact, corporations hired him, you know, to sell their products, you know, like Pepsi. There's government agencies that commission him to get American people to get behind a false war and shit like that. So, and these type of tactics have been around for a long time. So, you know, they ain't do nothing but improve on them. And you can see it. You can look at, you know, some news come out like, you know, Michael Jackson, whether he did it or not, it didn't matter. It already, you know, the damage was already done.
Yeah.
You know, Bill Cosby, it don't matter. So it's like, it's like you don't, you know, you can't just, you know, just because it's on the news or people talking about it, you got to really diligently, you know, do research. And I don't mean Google and YouTube. That ain't research. You know what I'm saying? That's just another media. You know what I'm saying? And they got it.
It's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to research.
Right. Well, no, it's I look at YouTube like that. I look at that as entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's entertainment. And there are some jewels on there that you can find. You can find information. You can learn how to fix shit. So, you know, but on a whole, it's no better than Wikipedia as a source of research.
Well, see, that's the problem with Wikipedia. People don't understand properly how to use Wikipedia. Wikipedia, you can't just put stuff on there without having your sources of where you got this information from.
Yeah,
people that really know how to do, oh, well, I don't know, because I don't use it like that, but people that know how to really do research use Wikipedia for that reason. Because when you research and shit, you're supposed to cross-check and
cross-references and all the stuff.
All your references.
Yeah,
but you go
exactly. And if you're not doing that, then you really not researching.
Absolutely.
I wanted to.
That's another thing too. I actually do look at multiple sources, and that let me know like some motherfuckers ain't right, man. For the misinformation they be sending you and shit, man.
Yeah, that's why it's important to have discernment, because, and that comes from within.
That's the key word.
You pay. Yeah, you gotta focus on more on that gut. That'll lead you to more than any type of research.
Right.
You got to focus on that discernment first, and not just. And people get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Not just. There's a thin line between discernment and prejudice, and also just confirmation of your own thinking. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could say something that sounds sweet to you or that you may agree with, and you call that discernment. That's just somebody confirming your own way of thinking. And that ain't, always your own way of thinking ain't always right. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear, we want people to agree with us. We want people to be, that's how groups are formed. You know what I mean? Churches and all that, we want to be around like-minded people. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you can put yourself into a echo chamber, to where all you hearing is what you want to hear. And it'll just
that's what most people do anyway.
Yeah. And
true that.
Through social media and YouTube and all that stuff, that's created more of that.
Would rather be right than to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Which pill was that, Rick? Which pill you take this time? You back and forth in it. You in and out of the matrix, man.
I told you, man. I fuck with man. Sometimes I'm jacked.
Look at it, man. Somebody go get Neo, man. Somebody go grab Neo, man. Somebody go grab Neo at the matrix.
I'm like, shit. Be back, guys. I gotta go get him out the matrix.
Right. Because he in and out that bug, man. He in and out that bug, man.
Like Morpheus. Just give me a pill. I'll be back. that's a man. That's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
Right. But yeah, that's real easy. I even, like I think we was talking about before, like how to, all of everything is designed to feed you more of what you already searching with the algorithms and stuff. Like, you watch YouTube, certain thing, it's only going to filter, what if you like left-leaning media and you search, left-leaning information, it's just going to push more, left-leaning shit. And if you searching right-leaning shit, it's going to push more of that to you. And I hate to use that left and right shit because that's bullshit too. That's just another divisive. Right, it's the same bird. It's the same bird.
And I don't like talking about birds because then we get into chicken. And then an analogy is like, it's fried
squirrel.
Food.
We're talking about squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. Squirrel moment.
Right.
But yeah, man, this been awesome, man. I'm gonna have to let this one go. And actually, it's a sweet surprise because I think I got clips. So I think it's gonna work out. Clips.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. Anytime you forget to hit the record button, that's a red flag.
Hey, that was funny as hell. He was like, is this shit recording? That's classic. This gonna be one for the books too.
Yeah, it is because I'm laughing.
Tease the audience. Look, we can tease the audience to let them know we had a whole banging ass show before it started recording. They'll never know what we was talking about.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? You're right.
A lot of people won't be offended.
You'll never know. You gotta pay attention. You gotta watch the show. You know what I mean? You never know what you're gonna miss out on.
Exactly. That's that promo right there.
We'll just start recording as we come into the room and then just edit it, because a lot of the show we be dropping jewels before the show even starts.
Before it even starts.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, definitely. But this one in the books though, we gonna come with something classic and genuine like next week too. I'm really happy about this one because I can actually smile. Say what?
I said for Shigado.
For drizzle. Hey, but man, I can actually smile at this though. Like it's good. It's therapeutic.
Yeah, man. It's always good to chop it up with y'all, man. For real.
For sure.
Oh, I've been lamb blood free this week. Just to let y'all know.
That is awesome. I walked through the door backwards, didn't touch a Ouija board, but if you lamb blood free, we made
blood free, man.
We made it.
We made it. Good. I'm covered.
Covered.
You know what I'm saying?
No, with the T.
Covered.
No R.
Covered. Yeah. Yes,
yeah, man. And y'all motherfuckers ignorant as shit though. I just gotta let it go so I don't just keep laughing and shit drag on for another 5 hours and shit. Like, where you guys going? It's summer. Summer vacation and shit. Like, you guys are awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna let this one go though and everything. I probably need to have my ass in bed too, honestly.
Yeah, I gotta get up early in the morning, so I definitely
watch this shit.
I'm talking about Charlie Wilson. Say what?
What was that?
Huh?
I said, watch this episode fuck around and be in the archive.
Right.
Man, it probably would though.
Because of the beginning. Yeah. Hey, so what y'all listening to now?
Man.
What music y'all listening to now?
You?
I listen to Trains. Somebody said
Trains?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Who? I only see Eric, Rick,
Day.
me, and you.
Okay.
Man, that's Laura ass.
Who was that?
Like, look, we don't look.
Some white girl.
Is it a ghost?
Some white girl.
She said some random white girl. She
white girl.
over here with me, man.
Okay.
And I'm laughing though. I'm trying to keep from laughing.
See me,
though.
look, you see me looking through the screen like,
yeah. Look.
Hey, and the crazy part about it is, I'm like, he really do music. Like,
exactly.
She trying to be funny and shit. Don't know. Like, he actually got albums out. What are you?
Right.
The album.
Matter of fact, when I get finished with this, I'm gonna start playing some of that.
He on all platforms.
Good look, man. Good look. I appreciate that.
You finna go to Spotify right now.
And he on
That's
that
what's up, man.
all platforms.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Educate me.
Well, shit. Hey, shameless plug. New shit coming out next week. I mean, not next week, but next year. I'm in the lab again, but I'm gonna put one more song out this year, to end the year out, and then I'm back in the lab to, figure out what I'm gonna do for next year. My nephew said I can't put out the shit like I've been putting it out. So
yeah, I could have told you that though. I could have told you that though. Like
what? Like after back to back like that?
Yeah, man.
No, it ain't that. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. It's just the whole, format of promoting and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I just be on a humbug. Like, you know what? I'm gonna put that out, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This time,
I do have a say what?
I'm fast. Can I get on the track? Something?
Can you get on the track? I mean, you serious, man? You serious?
Yeah.
I mean, you serious because you be like, can I get on the track? I mean, I'll tell you like this, it's a possibility.
Man.
It's
I'm the
definitely
whack
a
rapper.
possibility.
When you get this response,
no.
It's a possibility. Let me get on the track, man. Let me bless the track. It's a possibility.
No, seriously, man, because people, man, like people, you know how this shit is, man. You know how this shit is. And I've finally got to the point in my life where it's like, I don't have to wait on shit. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to. Okay, well, yeah, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I do be having to wait for shit, but not at the level it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, hell yeah. And another thing, I've gotten real organic. You know what I'm saying? I just go with the flow and let it happen, and I button it up when I feel it's done. You know, because you know me, man. I'll be working on an album. I fuck around, work on the album for 5-10 years, and never release shit. That's why I kept releasing the shit out now. You know, because I'm trying to purge shit so I can step into that next level. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just got a whole bunch of music that ain't nobody heard, and some of it might sound dated and shit. Some of it, you know, like I've released shit that's 10 years old, but people wouldn't know because it's still pertinent to the shit that's going on now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, I try to make timeless music, but then, you know, I'll be putting like some music, I put like actual events, so it kind of dates it because, you know, that shit happened. You know what I mean? But if it ain't, you know, like that shit, you know, I try to make timeless music to where, you know, my great grandkids can, you know, relate to that shit.
Hell yeah.
Somewhere.
I'm due for another hoodie though. Like,
man,
I want to get another one.
We're gonna talk off camera about that situation, man. But yeah, I ain't got no more hoodies, man. So I got some of mine. Maybe I could probably ship you one of mine.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? I got some ones I sport.
They gently used.
Gently, you know they fresh, man. You know they fresh. I got a couple. I might have one I only wore one time. You know what I'm saying? But as a matter of fact, I rocked that one at a show before I sent it to you.
This was in
I'm
plastic.
just playing.
I'm like, this was in plastic. What are you talking about? Don't do me like that.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
That's funny as shit, though, still. But yeah, man, yeah, that was funny.
I'm waiting on mine. I'm waiting on my shit.
You got it.
The new one.
Oh, me too. Invoice and everything.
Oh, and don't send it to Toledo.
Okay.
All right.
I was going to ask you about that. But
yeah, don't send it to Toledo. Send it this way. Send it out on the East Coast.
Okay. All right, for sure. But yeah, man, I'm about to put this in the books, record this, send it to y'all. If y'all can see it or anything, share it and everything. Like, please. It's a great episode.
All right, y'all. Peace and love, man. I'll holler at y'all next week.
All right, y'all.